Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom from Sportsbook Review, and you can join in our conversation on Twitter, #SBRNatalie. Now, the Euro 2016 qualifying matches kicks off very shortly, and the match we're going to preview today is Switzerland versus England with guest Stuart from betadvisor.com. Stuart, thanks for being here today.
Hi, Natalie.
Now, England come from a 1-0 win against Norway yesterday, playing an international friendly at Wembley Stadium. They were the favourites, but the game was slow, with only one goal coming from a penalty pocketed by Rooney. Now, how do you think they looked, and how do you think they will be going into this sort of Euro 2016 match?
How do I think they looked? I think they looked pretty terrible, to be honest. I mean, I watched the match, but there was very little to get you excited until some of the subs came on, which made things a little bit more interesting. But if you've got a game where the favourites only get 2 shots on target in the entire match, it can be a bit of a dirge. Personally, I don't really see it getting a lot better for the rest of the qualifying period. We've got our first qualifier coming up, so I really don't see it being particularly exciting. Of course, being English, patriotism is likely to get the better of me, and I'm sure I'll be putting a bet on England closer to the time. But right now, yeah, not happy.
Well, some of their key players did look good. Obviously, Rooney, Welbeck, even Sturridge. Can they pull it together? They are the slight underdogs here. Can they pull it together to get the win, or is your money going on Switzerland?
Can they pull it together? Yeah, of course they can. They've got some very good players. The problem for me is in the defence, really. You've got players who are out injured. You've got ongoing injury problems as well, things that are likely to carry on for a little while. Luke Shaw's out. Ashley Cole's retired. Leighton Baines, yeah, he's playing okay. Essential defence, you've got people like John Stones coming in and Chambers coming in, making their debut. I think you're asking a lot to rely on young players like that. Am I going to be expecting them to lose? Yeah, right now I expect England to lose this match. Switzerland gave a good showing in the World Cup, and they've got Xherdan Shaqiri as well, who's a very good player, and I'm sure he'll be looking at the holes in England's midfield and just licking his lips.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I can't help agree with you here, Stuart. One bet that I'm immediately drawn to is the under 2.5 goals. The most I would expect is a goal from England, if that. But the under is priced low. It's like around 1.4. But maybe would a good bet to be both teams to score no, and then possibly combining. I think both teams to score is about 1.6. And then combining those two bets, would you just back both teams to score no off the cuff?
I'd go both teams to score no off the cuff. You can get that for around 1.68 average odds, and I think that's reasonable. As you said, under 2.5, instinctively seems like a very good bet, but at 1.49 average, that's too low for me. I wouldn't touch it.
I agree. Well, what else should we consider for this match then, Stuart?
I'm expecting this to be a very, very tight match. Switzerland are a compact side with a little sprinkling of quality here and there. England, not the greatest, so I'm actually going to go under 1.5 goals, and that's 2.64 with Pinnacle. All
right, so you're really expecting this to be a low-scoring match. Just quickly though, whilst we've got sort of good odds on the winners market, do you think a draw no bet option would be a good idea if you are expecting it to be close and it could end up in a draw?
I haven't looked at the odds on that, to be honest. So, without having a bit more information, it would be difficult to say. But instinctively, I'm not really a fan of the draw no bet. I mean, it's the same as Asian Handicap plus 0. I prefer to look for one side or the other.
Yeah.
And if I can't see an obvious winner, then I look for other markets.
All right, so Stuart's tip here is for the under 1.5 goals. Stuart is from betadvisor.com, a multi-sport, multi-tipster platform. If you want to check out their website and the services they offer, simply click the logo on the top right of the screen. Stuart, thank you for joining us today.
Anytime.